get back the memories. Tell the stories of the 2 times a year. I'm ready to slide, but I cannot make it stop. Keep it together, look in the mirror. Tell myself you doing better. Yeah. Oh no, stars in the sky make me think about you. The love of my eyes, get you tell it's all for you. Loyalty in my blood, I will never fool on you. You trust in me, and I'll put my love in you. Okay, baby, it's just us in this world. Nobody can change that. Hey, we gon' fuck up in this world, and we can't change that. Stay up all night, you and me. When I'm with you, I feel free. Stay up all night, you and me. When I'm with you, I feel free. I think that you wonder, that you ever give a fuck about me. Cause you stop to look around, it's possible for me. I can't get back the memories. Tell the stories of the 2 times a year. I'm ready to slide, but I cannot make it stop.
What up, Squirrel Squad?
What up, guys?
We got
How
Miss
are
Lala
ya?
up on panel. I ain't even ready. Look, I didn't even prepare. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm never prepared. When am I ever prepared?
Sometimes
I
you
just
are.
know today is 11 months to the date.
Yep.
Ain't nobody saying nothing about nothing. Everybody's lips are silent, but there seems to be a lot of crazy shit going on in Truckee. A lot of chatter. That's all I'll say about
A
that.
lot of chatter.
Yeah, people got them sus eyes now because they know something ain't right. I'm gonna give some shout outs to people in chat tonight. If anybody wants to hop up on panel to talk about whatever, I know that people want to talk about Rudy, Randolph, Dolph, whatever we're calling him. That whole story is just crazy in itself.
So
Yes,
I thought a whole nother thing was happening with that kid, but now I don't even know.
Look, it sounds to me like he done been held captive in his own home for 8 years, or, and this is just our speculation, or it was just a money grab and they pretended like he was missing to see if people would donate money. I don't know. I'm gonna look for
at first when I heard it, like my mother-in-law called me and she was like, "Have you heard about this?" And I was like, "Yes, of course." And she was like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "You've been gone 8 years and they find you in a hospital." Like my first brain thought goes to like trafficking, you know what I'm saying? But then like the more that's coming out, like it's weird. Oh, Katie,
it is. It's crazy as hell.
Katie, what's
All
the
right,
presser on?
Yeah, if anybody wants to hop up
Katie
on
has
panel,
it.
I'll drop the link.
She said they did the presser today. She said he said what happened to him today. So
KPRC to Houston.
I have no clue. I didn't know they did a presser today.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's the first thing she said was, "Did you did you watch the presser about Rudy today?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." So that's cool. I know Ara has been covering his case, so if you guys are not subscribed to with Ara, go please subscribe to her.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to do any of this shit tonight, I ain't gonna lie, but we're doing it.
She said the Fox one has the presser.
Okay. Yes, and them 2 cops arrested in Auburn. The one is definitely being convicted for the R word. And good. It's about time that there ain't no kickbacks for these cops that do nasty ass shit to people.
I agree.
Like I've been checking out that NorCal Cop Watch dude. Matter of fact, I hopped up in his live the other day. He was like, people were trying to say that he was making bomb threats. I know we're not supposed to say it on YouTube. I'm probably already demonetized on this video anyway, so it don't matter. Everything gets demonetized. But yeah, like I've been watching like stuff going on in like Auburn County or Auburn, which is all in Placer County. Like I've been following up on a lot of these cases with Everyone Counts. And then like I'm adding cases to these and we're up to 18 already.
Yeah, it's sick.
18. And I still am trying to figure out information. Hold on, let me go to, because there's this little girl that went missing, and ain't nobody said nothing about her, other than the fact that her mom says she good and in Mexico, and it's like, what? How does a child go missing in California and then a month later turn up? There's no updated pictures of her. There's no actual proof that she's alive and well. What the hell was her name? Damn it, I thought I wrote it in this. I did not.
What's up, Michael?
Young girl. I think she's like 14 years old. I forget her name.
Rando chicken? What's up?
Yo, we got four spots. Y'all want to hop up? I'm gonna drop the link one more time for panel. I know we're running in 720p tonight. It's gonna be a little fuzzy, but it's okay. All right, you said Fox did it?
She said Fox did it. She said 13 minutes and 55 seconds.
13:47. This one right here.
She said 13:55, but yeah, I guess maybe.
Quanell X shares details on mysterious disappearance of Rudy Farias. Is that it?
No clue.
Random. It's not like fuzzy. What up, y'all?
Yeah, she said that's it.
All right, let's get this. All right, so yes, we are going to talk about Kylie because we always talk about Kylie, but I just want to touch base on some this case at least that's like persistent now. Something just don't sound right with this thing. It's weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard horrific things from that young man.
Left side, do you hear that?
And I did not want him to.
It's only in my left speaker. Hold up.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
If I wrote your questions.
So you've been here with Rudy and his mother?
For a few hours, yes.
What are the conversations like?
Let me first apologize for my appearance. I received an emergency phone call to get over here for this meeting with the detectives, Rudy's mother and Rudy. And so I dropped everything I was doing and made it as fast as I possibly could. And I spent about an hour and 20 minutes one-on-one with Rudy and with one of the detectives. I heard horrific things from that young man. And I did not want him to see me start shedding tears, but I couldn't hold back the tears because of the things he was saying to us.
Oh no.
The detective and myself. No child should ever.
Yes, this is from 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
4 hours ago. This is giving me goosebumps.
Be treated like that by your own mother.
You.
This young man said that he initially ran away.
All right, I gotta pause this. This shit's already giving me chills. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit for anybody that just missed what this man is implying. This is what I thought from the jump. It just sounded like he's in an abusive household and something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something is not right. Like the picture from 8 years ago to now, something's just not right. Something's. All right, let's get it.
Detective and myself. No child should ever be treated like that by your own mother. This young man said that when he initially ran away, he came back 2 days later, and she told him that
What happened?
he had to hide, that
Come
he
on,
was
computer,
going
you
to
can
get
do
in
it.
trouble, and they were going to arrest him for running away, and that he had
Let me
to
close this.
continue hiding. And so she hid him
What?
out for a while, then brought.
What? Bro.
God.
Did you just hear that?
Yep.
That he had to keep hiding out, that she kept him hidden? This sound like that girl in the shed, but this is a boy. There's something ain't right here. Oof, this poor baby boy.
Brought him back to the house and hid him in the home. And initially, whenever the investigators would come, she would hide him in the house.
What the fuck?
And he kept saying, I don't want her to go to prison.
Oh, man.
I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to jail. And so we asked him, why did you run away?
Yep,
and he
Katie.
said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries.
Uh-huh.
And she said that he wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave. She would take him to work with her, and he
What?
would do the required work she was supposed to do. And a lot of the responsibilities of her job was on him.
Yeah, this mom need to go to jail.
And he went on to say that what troubled him the most was her crossing his personal space boundaries.
Mm.
He said that she would make him sleep in the bed with her.
Oh no. Oh no.
And he said that she made him play daddy.
Oh.
He said that
This is fucked up.
that he didn't like getting in the bed with her.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh hell.
That he would try to sneak out of the bed and sometime hide under the bed, but she told him he had to be her husband.
No, lock this bitch up. Lock this bitch up.
For real.
That's a damn shame, man.
No, that is a damn shame.
A little boy.
She a predator. She preyed on her own
Said
baby.
she was the one providing drugs to him
What?
for years. Hallucination drugs, mushrooms, etc.
No.
And that
kid.
the reason why he was left, he was just tired
Yeah, trigger warning. Hella trigger
of her
warning.
crossing
I'm
his
sorry, y'all.
boundaries. When he would shower, she would come and pull the shower curtain back
The fuck?
and stare at him, and then she would make him bathe her with the soap.
Look. Let me alone with this mom for 5 minutes. That's all I need. Give me 5 minutes. 2. Shit.
That's it. I don't even need 5.
Nah, give me 2 minutes. This is not okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Yes, this is trigger warning. I didn't think it was going to
Sorry,
go
guys.
this south this quick, but this mom, no, she belongs behind bars. I don't care if this kid is 18. I don't care what his age is. This is predator. This mom is a predator. If it's all right, I'm gonna continue playing this. I know it's pissed this off already.
Go for it.
And he ran away this time because he was tired.
Look, this poor baby is gonna have to do years and years and years of counsel to even get through this trauma. I cannot even fathom this shit. Right now, he is in the hospital. From what I understand, the mom finally... Oh, damn, Nova, calm down. I guess the mom was finally unable to keep him restrained, or whatever we're going to call it, within her grasp, that he took off and finally told on her. Good. I'm glad. Nova, stop it.
Many years. How emotional.
Yeah, he's in the hospital unresponsive.
It's a goddamn shame. I ain't never in my life heard of a mother doing to a child what this woman did.
Were you at all there when the mother was questioned?
Yes.
And what was her reaction?
Yes.
You know, this is rough when a grown-ass man is crying. And it's not often that you see grown men cry over situations. This situation is... Sorry, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yeah, and then I heard that she been using her deceased ex-husband's Facebook and making like all these fake Facebook accounts and like all this crazy ass shit, dude. Like, I hope they investigate the hell out of her. I hope she get locked up and they throw away the key. And I hope the same shit she doing to this poor child, I hope someone make a mommy of her up in jail. I'm sorry. I hope Big Bertha make her bitch.
For real.
For real. Yeah, this is rough. I'm sorry, y'all, but we gonna get through it. Yeah, 9 more minutes of trigger warning.
And I knew something was wrong with the story. When she was questioned, when they found him, he had her credit card in his pocket.
Wow.
She just canceled that credit card 2.5 years ago. So if he's been missing for 8 years, how the hell he get your credit card in his pocket when they found him from 2.5 years ago? And he said to us that she gave him that credit card so he could go and buy her certain things.
But with the other allegations, what was her response to those allegations?
She hadn't even heard them because we had to remove her from the room.
Good.
So she hasn't been questioned about that.
Can you describe her demeanor and his demeanor?
Look, if they ain't removed her in handcuffs, something's real wrong with this story.
They haven't yet.
No, she needs to be arrested.
During questioning?
When she was in the room, he wouldn't say nothing.
Well, yeah,
He wouldn't
it's a
say
trauma
one word.
response.
I don't blame him.
She was in the room.
So he is responsive, just not around
Yes.
her. I mean, that's trauma. That's a trauma response. Scared as fuck. Get her out of the room and let this child keep talking.
But the minute she left the room and
Anybody
we were
know
allowed
how
to
old
talk
he
to the
is?
young man, and he asked. He
He's
said,
20-something.
By
Yeah, 'cause
myself.
you went missing when he was, what,
Can I talk to
11?
one else by myself?
Yeah.
The detective was like, well, can one of us stay in the room?
Okay.
And he was like, okay, but I'll talk to him. When she left, when he first came here, he was holding on to her. He wouldn't talk to them. He wouldn't say one word to anybody. Like he was petrified.
Yeah.
But the minute he got alone by himself, he slowly calmed down.
And he knew he was safe.
Slowly began to talk very coherently and specific details.
This is a man in his mid-20s. People might
Oh,
wonder,
man.
why not run away from this situation? Why not get yourself out of it? Did he give you any explanation about that?
I honestly believe, based on
From what I understand, Crane Kicks, yeah, he's been talking to a detective about what's going on.
He
So
went
he's missing at 17 and found at 25. What? So she did this right before he turned 18. So, hey, I see what she doing there.
Yep.
Lock this bitch up.
God.
That mom is going down. You're right, Aura.
on what he said to us,
This is sick as hell.
she was drugging the hell out this kid. And she convinced him that he was in trouble for initially running away and that law enforcement wanted to arrest him and put him in jail.
She manipulated him, neglected him, tortured him.
That all type of agencies were looking for him to put him in jail.
He was
put her ass in jail.
To you that he would take her to work.
No, he would go to work with her.
Right. He would stay at the job with her. She would take him to work. Where did she work and where was he
that's my question.
It was some kind of security job or something like that.
So this bitch works security, taking her son, and ain't nobody noticed him? Dog, stop it. Look, go in the room with your brother. Go. I don't know why she keep biting me and shit. She's done with this story too. She about to snatch this lady up herself.
Jesus.
Absolutely. All right. I've been reading what I can on Twitter, and I knew they were going to be doing a press release, but I didn't think they were doing it already.
I didn't know that either. I've seen where Christina Randall did a video on it today. And she was like, something's not right. And like, I watched it and I was like, but I didn't know that they were doing the presser. I missed that.
Damn, dude. Yeah, this definitely needs coverage.
Definitely.
I know it takes away from Kylie, but like I've been trying to explain to everybody, like I'm still keeping Kylie's name out there. I don't care how long it takes for somebody to crack or finally tell the truth. I'm going to keep talking about Kylie, but I also want to cover other cases. It's super important that we continue moving forward while carrying Kylie with us.
And I don't know, but it was a security type job, a nighttime security watch type
job. How did he end up in the church?
We still can't. He admit that he had took mushrooms, okay, and 2 weeks before this, or a week of, not even official, whole 2 weeks, her car was stolen.
Oh shit!
When her car was stolen, she didn't know how the car was stolen. But the keys were in the car, and he stole the car. That's when he got into the accident in the car, and
probably purposely wrecked it.
It was him that got into the accident in that car.
What was the story? I mean, this
he was trying to get away.
He was reported missing. What's the story that he's been? I spoke to neighbors who said he
But she probably neglected him so much she never taught him how to drive. And you figure if he was held captive in his own home at the age of 17 until 25, he ain't never got the chance to learn to drive. Yeah, he's gonna wreck that car, but thank goodness he's alive. Thank goodness he's talking.
Thank God.
Thank goodness this mom is gonna go down. I hope. I pray.
Definitely.
I pray for this. And I know to a lot of people at 25 he's not a child, but you have to understand, like, he's stuck at a child mentality because of what his mother has done.
Correct.
So messed up. I wasn't expecting it to get this deep this quick. This is
went by Dalt, but he never kind of told anyone what happened. What was his story?
Because she had convinced him that he was in so much
I'm gonna reword that for him. She didn't convince him, she manipulated him.
Because she had convinced him that he was in so much trouble for initially running away, and she gave this boy serious drugs.
Oh,
to the point where this boy needs extensive professional help.
How did he stay missing for so long? I mean, 8 years.
He was allowed to visit with some of the neighbors under an assumed name.
Yeah, they were calling him Dolph.
Years, people had forgotten.
Yeah, so you were just saying.
So I heard that, like, when he went missing, they called him Rudy, but his name was Randolph. And then I guess when the neighbors seen him, then the neighbors were interviewed, and the neighbors were like, what do you mean Rudy? That's Dolph. And everybody was like, wait a minute, his name's Randolph. So Rudy and then Dolph. And they were like, his name's Dolph. Like, it was weird. It was like,
yeah. So what I will do is I will deep dive his case. I will get information gathered tomorrow, and then we will do a live on him on Friday just to talk about him, try to get updates. Katie Bug says the neighbor said he chills there on their porch all the time. Yeah, what do y'all mean he's a missing person? How is he missing if he ain't missing?
That's what
is this mom trying to run? Like, this is weird as hell.
Yeah, they had an interview with the neighbors on Christina Randall's. There was an interview with the neighbors. That's where I seen it.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of trauma for a very long time, and yeah, it's gonna
baby.
It's definitely what is that? Oh, what is the? It's called The Room, right? Where that dad keeps that girl down in a basement for how many ever years, essays her, all that. Isn't that what that's called?
It's called The Room. It's actually a really good book. I read the book and then I watched the movie.
The book is what I saw. Yeah, the book is
fantastic.
The movie's really good too. It did the book justice.
It did
that girl's story justice. But yeah, that's a fucked up true story.
One of
that's what it sounds
Oprah's
like though.
Just
the male version of it.
Things. Yep, it was horrible.
Yep, this is so messed up, man. I hope this lady don't have any other kids. It's so sad what happens to this boy, though.
About the case, and that under an assumed name, and convinced him to use that name, nobody would put two and two together.
He never told any of the people that he was with what was happening?
Never told anybody what was going on. Now, let me say this.
Right in this day and age, I don't know.
That young man's body have scars all over it. Slice wounds.
Oh my God!
From which was forearm to his wrist.
He's tortured.
Jesus.
All type of scars on this kid. And he said that she often locked him in the room.
Oh, I'm freezing again. Calm down. Stop. Take a chill pill. I don't know what my internet's doing right now. Something's happening crazy. Hold on. Let him stop glitching. Let me rewind it a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea why it's acting like this. Probably because I'm using StreamYard.
Often locked him in the room. That she would give him drugs and lock him in the room.
That's fucked up.
And there's a whole lot of mental health issues there, I believe, induced because of the drugs that this young man was getting.
At any point during this...
That or a wood chipper, man. Them wood chippers solve a lot of problems.
They sure do.
I'm sorry, if you're a pedo or a predo, that should be the solution to the problem.
I may have said that a time or two.
Mm-hmm. Would Chipper go?
Yep. Sure did.
Mhm. I don't know. I don't think he was doing it to himself. I think she was torturing him. Because if you listen to what this guy says right here, I'll rewind it a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. Trigger warning.
He said that she often locked him in the room, that she would give him drugs and lock him in the room. And there's a whole lot of mental health issues there, I believe, induced because of the drugs that this young man was getting.
Well, at any point during this did you see the mother detain Aubrey?
They took her to another room and kept her there for a minute after he had confided with us what was said. I know they were on the phone with the DA's office and their superiors.
Look, they better arrest
but
her.
I want everybody to know something.
They better arrest her for the public gets her.
Was not kidnapped.
I agree right here, Katie Bug. Because as soon as I read that her ex-husband, whatever we're calling him, her husband unalived himself, I automatically thought she did something to him. Because, I mean, look what she's doing to her own child.
Jesus.
I wouldn't put it past her to do something. They need to investigate his death as well. Tracy got a hole in her back garden. Mm-hmm.
There's some feral pigs running around out here in my town.
Yeah. Pigs eat bones and all. Mm-hmm.
And all.
Mm-hmm.
Sure do.
I'm trying to read chat while
I know.
While reading and listening and doing all that. Yeah, this justice system is broken, but she better get arrested. I'm sorry. This dude has admitted enough that should lead to her arrest and prosecution.
By some strangers, and he got away and they found him. That's not the case here.
You know, this happened on Thursday and we're nearly a week later, and investigators waited almost a week to speak to him. Hearing the story that you heard, is it a concern that they waited this long to hear from him, given the story that you were told? It seems like he's had 8 years of dealing with this and now another week.
I was shocked that they have not done more. I was shocked that they had not executed a search warrant on the home.
Yeah.
I was shocked by that. And I said, don't you all think you need to get busy and execute a search warrant on that home? And the young man made it crystal clear to us that that's where he was, in the house. But he was living under this fake assumed name.
You think police failed in this situation?
Oh, big time. No doubt about it. Absolutely they did. Because there were several instances where calls were made about him to law enforcement, and they did not properly follow up and follow through based on the history of that address. Because she had changed addresses.
And our residents were saying this morning that she brought bags and she was trying to leave. Do we know something about that?
She was trying to do what?
She was trying to leave the house. She was trying to leave the house?
She did leave the house.
Wow.
She was trying to escape?
She left. She did leave the house, and she was trying to get away from the house. Yes.
Why was she at this hotel?
She said she felt that she was not safe going home because she had been receiving threats.
As she should.
Damn right.
Where are they?
I can't say at what state their investigation is, but what I can say, it ain't no way in hell
God bless this
man. That woman shouldn't be locked up immediately.
God bless
and
this
that
man.
boy needs to go to the best drug rehab and best psychological mental health facility that we can find for him.
Amen.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. That kid was just severely abused.
Yes.
And what was the mother's reaction when you brought these stories to her?
I couldn't go back in the presence at that point. The police felt it.
Jen, we are talking about Rudy Rudolph Dolph Farias. This poor dude, man.
Oh my God.
Ugh. My chills ain't gone away yet.
Mm-mm.
This make my hair stand up. This is so messed up. I don't know how parents can hurt their babies. I don't care if your baby's
get it.
2 or 20. How you hurt your kids. I don't get it.
I don't
Yes,
get
thank
it.
God for this man. If more people in cases like Kylie Rodney would come forward
Had
like this
somebody
man,
like this,
these
yeah.
kids would be getting their justice. This is fucked up, man. I didn't think it was gonna be like go this direction. Like I knew this case was gonna be crazy, but I didn't think it was gonna go on like this. And now this mom got me heated and sad for this dude.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's an atrocity for real. Ugh. All right, we're almost done with it.
It was just best that she and I not speak again.
Does she?
Yeah.
Because I was bitter.
Is she
Ooh.
aware of?
Did he just say it's best she and I don't speak again? Is that what he just said? That's what
That's
I
what
thought.
he said.
Mm-hmm. Snatch her up.
I don't blame him.
And look, it's crazy that the cops haven't picked her up yet. One, because of the threats on her life, but hey, if someone take her out, that's karma. Yeah. How do you go 8 years missing right at home?
At home.
At home.
Oh my God.
It's insane to me.
These that the son told you.
Yeah, she's aware. And then she goes back in there and tries to tell him, and she don't even know that was recorded.
Oh
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Tell him that you made it all up. That was just a lie.
Wow.
You said she would ask him to play daddy. Can you just
don't elaborate. You know what that means.
No.
She asked him to play daddy.
Mm-mm.
She told him that he had to be the husband.
Nah.
She would force him to sleep in the bed with her. And he was forced to sleep at times in the beds with no clothes on.
Was anything physically done?
Yes. But I don't want to talk about the kissing and all of that stuff.
But he was telling you that there was some sort of sexual action that was happening between him
Let me
and
ask you a question. If your mother tongue kissing you in the bed with her naked, what the hell is that?
Yep.
I mean, damn, dude, you have to go that far?
Jesus.
That's what happened.
Fucked up, man.
This is sick. This ain't normal. This is sick.
If these allegations are true, I understand the position you're in. If they are true, how long before you think there's an arrest?
Better be immediately.
Based on what that young man said to me in front of the detective, I don't see why she's not in handcuffs right now.
Yep.
I don't see why she's not in handcuffs right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Damn, bro. That's sick as hell. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta sit with this for a minute. My stomach's nauseated right now. I'm making butter in my guts.
Golly.
Yeah, this is right here. Right here. Something is going wrong with our system.
God.
It's been going very wrong for a very long time. And it's only getting worse. Now we got kids not only, you know what I mean, being assaulted and SA'd and all these things, and kids winding up in water and railroad tracks and in the woods. Now we got kids that being held captive for 8 years in their own home. Ugh. As if that hasn't been happening. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's still happening in this day and age with our surveillance systems and stuff, I don't understand how they haven't arrested her yet. This shit's just I don't even know what to say, man. That's a lot. But I'll definitely deep dive that case because that's insane to me. If anybody wants to hop up on panel, I will drop the link. You are welcome to come up. Chat about whatever you want. You know I'm going to talk about Kylie Rodney.
Definitely.
If y'all ain't subscribed to Seeker of Truth, y'all need to be watching her videos. The movie Sound of Freedom released on the 3rd. It is out in most AMC movie theaters.
Do you know how many people on my social media are talking about that?
Yep.
So many people
I got
on my
a
social
sneak
media.
peek of it, and let me tell you, holy shit! Mad props to Mel Gibson and all the people involved in making that movie happen.
Yeah, there are so
Look, you can come up.
many
Anybody can come up. If
people.
you're heated, tell me how you feel.
Yeah, come on, Crane, because
Get up
I'm
here,
not
girl.
gonna make it much longer.
Talk
But
to
come
me.
on. But yeah, there's so many people that are talking about that movie.
Get your ass up here, girl. Come on, I'm gonna
Yes,
drop
Aaron,
you
the
on
dogs were found. The dogs were found when he went missing.
Wait, say what?
So when he went missing at 17, he was walking the dogs. They found the dogs and couldn't find him.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crane, you better come up here and say too much. Get up here.
Come on, Crane.
Run your mouth. Look, I love when she gets on a roll because she does. She speaks truth. This girl holds so much knowledge. I wish she would talk more. Miss G, if you want to hop up here, come on up. Ninja Chihuahua, you want to come up here? Aaron, you want to come up? Anybody want to come up? Come on. The link's there. And then I got about 25 minutes of Kylie Rodney content. And like, I want to keep putting her name out there, even if it's me playing other people's videos. So they get views, so they get people subscribing to their stuff. If you guys want to support my channel, most of my videos that I put out, whether it's a live or a video, is automatically demonetized because YouTube hates me right now. So if you want to help me out, the best thing you can do is either become a member by going to my main page, joining up, 99 cents a month. I only get like 75 cents of it. Still ain't even hit $100 threshold. That's okay. You can always donate to me via Cash App. I do accept Venmo, but you have to personally hit me up for that. Or you can PayPal me. Every dollar helps. If you can't donate, that's fine too. Thank you for your support.
Share videos, like the videos, get it out in the algorithm, guys. Like just the like
just
alone
liking
gets it out
keeps it up there
in the algorithm.
Yeah, and I'm not going to stop talking about Kylie. I'm not.
That keeps Kylie's name and all these other victims and these other children. It keeps all of them out there, guys. Like you don't understand what one little click of a button does. It's not clickbait. It's not, I don't know.
No,
it's
absolutely not. So just to give people an idea, I'm not zooming in on this because I'm just trying to write out a dialogue to what I'm going to be putting out. This will be releasing. Hopefully I can have it done for the 1 year of Kylie. I'm hoping so. It's going to be in a documentary form. It's probably going to be about an hour and a half long. Just to give you an idea of what names will be included in this documentary, we have David Miller, Bradford Ashcraft, Larry James, Nicasio Garcia Benilla, Matthew Templeman, Richard Hill, Lowell Gardner Grennan, Dana Bass, Ronnie Daniel Jr., Calvin Kelly, Carly Guzze, Michael Shane Youngers, Paisley Woodard, Tiffany Thiel, Kylie Rodney, which I've pretty close to done writing hers. Then we're going to cover Jeanette and Juan, and I'm going to cover Trinity Backus and Dante de la Torre. If I am missing any exploited, wrong cause of death, foul play, any weird stuff in Placer or Nevada County or surrounding counties in the Tahoe region, please email me. I will be more than happy to add the name to this docuseries, whatever we're going to call it. I just see a lot of discrepancies, and so far I have 18 names I've added to this, 19 actually. And then there's another little girl, she was 14 years old from Sacramento, I do believe, that went missing. I want to say it was like 3 or 4 days after Kylie Rodney. Never heard nothing, and then boom, all of a sudden she was found in Mexico, but there's no update on it. No information can be found on this girl. It's another one I want to add to this just to get her name out there until somebody comes forward. We kept talking about Chloe Bogan, and it said from the family that she's safe. They didn't say she was at home, but to not ask any more questions. If she runs away again, then I got more questions. All right. So So this next video we're going to watch is called The Sound of Freedom versus the Sound of Silence, Kylie Rodney's efforts to get the word out. This is from Seeker of Truth. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the link address from.
Yeah, y'all go sub that up.
Sub
She does.
up. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, if it will load. I don't know what is lagging. Maybe it's going to load. Maybe if I make this smaller. Who knows what is going on with StreamYard? I hate this app.
I don't know.
I really do. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection. Are you kidding me
Thank you
now?
so much, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. Love you, girl. Thank you.
Yes.
I don't even know. Thank you. Thank you, Crane. Oh, she's feeding the dinosaur right now. That baby dinosaur trying to escape. I told her get it a hamster ball so it could run around. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's StreamYard. It just seems like every time. Yeah, Muse. I'm definitely going to cover Paisley Woodard because that girl still. I'm sorry. If somebody hits you at 104 mile an hour and kills you, that is vehicular homicide. You don't get the right to get a little ankle bracelet and get off scot-free after you just killed somebody while you were drunk. And then she went on to brag about it. That's what's more messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, our StreamYard always been sucking. That's why I just got rid of the paid version and I'm going to stick to using the free version because I can't be bothered with it. On the days that I don't panel up, you know I'll be using OBS, which you need to let me teach you how to use that as well. All right, so we going to get the sound of freedom versus the sound of silence. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
A town with a past so dark it's something we try not to think about.
It's going to be loud.
A town full of kids with mostly affluent parents.
Multiple unexplained instances of teens dying.
Kids with tongues so tied down by the chains holding them all in place that they have only the sounds of silence to offer. Sworn in from an early age to a satanic cult that dominates the territories in and around Truckee. Sworn in and sworn to silence, as are the terrified and controlled members of this cult and its surrounding areas.
Areas that include Paradise Palisades, State Line Nevada, South Shore Lake Tahoe, Reno, with multiple airports and helicopter pads awaiting the elite. An elite paradise where even Epstein, Prince Philip, Ghislaine Maxwell, Hanks, and the rest just loved and still love to hang out. What's not to love about Tahoe with its proximity to Truckee and the cult's kids?
Everyone in this town is terrified that if they speak out, they'll be next. So no one has, no one can, no one will, unless the word somehow got out and the authorities did something about it, or the people cried out, we don't do that anymore. Don't. Just don't.
A town so infested with devil worshippers that mainstream media won't even cover stories like Kylie Rodney, who in August of 22 made headlines as a missing 16-year-old teen from Truckee, California. She made headlines around the world, and that's as it should be. A promising life snuffed out at 16 in an alleged DUI into the water accident. A few months later, another promising life of a 16-year-old girl was snuffed out. Allegedly, she was screaming about a fire and ran out, in her pajamas only, in the middle of the night in a snowstorm. She allegedly died of exposure. Her name is Trinity Backus, and her family lives near the satanic cult. No one reports on what happened of her, just like the sounds of silence regarding Kylie Rodney.
On December 7, 2022, after Trinity died on November 4th, another popular kid in school, who always had a smile on his face, was open and caring with everyone, allegedly decided to get dirt for a science project and died of an alleged suicide in the forest. No follow-up media coverage, no suggestions of a link to Kylie Rodney, and just like with Trinity Backus, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office seems content to deem Dante de la Torre's death, at 16 years old, a teen suicide. There have been so very many suspicious deaths in Nevada County and its area over the last 15 years, and further.
No one can say a word. If they do, they might be next.
A town with a past so terrifying nobody really can talk about it. Cannibalism for alleged survival. The townspeople then set fire in the years that followed to 2 barracks full of Chinese railroad workers, and used gunfire on the persons attempting escape.
With a past that dark, it's no wonder nobody will talk about Kylie Rodney, or Trinity Backus, or Dante de la Torre, or Truckie's long links to pagan rituals, and people worshipping Satan as if following the Lost Trails path. Some even built a lodge named the Lost Trail Lodge and invited pubescent teens to stay the night. We need to show them we don't do that anymore. That kids matter. Kids' lives matter.
We heard you, Kylie. We have followed your breadcrumbs. We heard you, and there are thousands of voices out there and eyes focused on the horrors of rescue of children from a foreign land, heavily involved in the sex trade and the purchase of children. I believe she is asking us to share her message. I believe she wanted to rescue those kids with her passing. I am not alone in believing this. We all want to do something about child abuse and ritual satanic abuse in foreign lands.
Let's start at home. In a little burg named Truckee, home to hundreds of kids with silent sworn parents, silent ceremonies of a satanic cult nature, bought and sworn law enforcement, bought and sworn media, everyone they're terrified to say anything.
Kylie didn't come right out and say it. She did leave behind at least 35 clues that all point to one thing. She did get out a video when only 7 years old that, if watched carefully, seems to scream out, "Help me, please. I can't say a word, but look at my face. I'm trying to tell you something."
She did get out another video at 12-ish with a terrified look on her face, so terrifying it keeps me up at night. She did make herself the main event at a teen party allegedly hosted by 300 or more 16 and 17-year-olds where they would fight and she'd be a participant.
We finally heard you, Truckee. We finally heard you, Kylie. We all want there to be a sound of freedom ringing across this land. Let's start with Truckee. Let's get the talking done and canvass that land to find lost children surrounded in a prison of silence. A prison sealed by abuse. A prison containing truth that wants to be known so bad, it tells itself. Kylie Rodney made that possible. It's up to us now to do something about it. Please set sights on rescue at home, of kids trapped at home, in a land where the adults ask way too much of their children. Spread Truckie's message, Kylie's message, Trinity's message, Dante's message.
And please let those souls know that there doesn't need to be any more strange teen suicides in Truckee. We heard you. Messages received, even though no one said a word.
Through the sounds of silence.
It's time for that silence to be broken.
Kylie posted this song in January of 2021.
Justice for
song
Kylie
called
Rodney.
Far Away. The lyrics speak for themselves.
They sure do.
She sent this song as a flare to the world that the town of Truckee needs your help.
They need to hear the sound of freedom. Please keep them in mind as you watch that film this week. Please walk out with a plan to share their messages, so they know we heard them.
And then the sound of freedom might someday soon be theirs.
Tell myself you doing better. Stars in the sky make me think about you. The love in my eyes get you tell yourself for you. Loyalty in my blood, I will never fall on you. You trust in me and I'll put my love in you. Okay, baby, it's just us in this world. We can change that. Hey, we gon' fuck up in this world, and we can change that. Stay up all night, you and me. When I'm with you, I feel free. Stay up all night, you and me. When I'm with you, I feel free.
These kids only have one real shot at getting these messages out. We are finally looking at this topic and the sound of freedom is in theaters. Share, retweet, let them know they're your voices, that we heard them, and we care. And then the sound of freedom might someday soon be theirs.
Mad respect to Seeker of Truth. She just
listen. She's got some hella fucking videos.
She hits my heart. She hits my heart.
Yeah,
hard.
she does.
But this stuff needs to be out there. Up next is Illuminated Mind. I am so glad to see she is dropping videos as well. I'm gonna go ahead and share this video. Please go like and subscribe to her. Yeah, there is no honor in silent screen. None. And this is why we keep doing what we're doing. I don't have to stop talking about Kylie or any of these kids or any of these people for that fact. Woof. All right, we ready? Yep, Illuminated Minds up next. We ready? This is a good video, though. I like the way that she put the spin on this. And it's not even really a spin. It's just the way she put this together was so much like, yep, this is it. All right, we got this video and then one more from Illuminated Mind, which is about the kids and stuff like that. But I'm going to let y'all go watch that on your own. I think I'm just going to end it with this here, and then I'm going to go chit-chat with a couple of my friends afterwards and probably play some Call of Duty till it's bedtime. But just so y'all know, I will be going live on Friday. I will be a little more prepared. I just wanted to make sure that we touched base on Rudy's case. And then I also, because it's 11 months to the date, like I can't not talk about Kylie. And I know y'all been missing me and I miss y'all too. So if anybody wants to hop up on panel before we quit it tonight, I'm going to drop the link one more time. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Loud. And that's one thing I want to point out, okay? This is what makes her case seem so suspect, okay? If y'all felt that this was just a DUI accident, why on God's green earth would you immediately turn the cameras, knowing full well that you're about to perform a search for her? Why would you turn the cameras? Not only did you do it to the Alder Hill one, but you did it to the Tahoe Donner one. I'm sorry, if you have nothing to hide, why did y'all hide so much and lie so much? We're just here to hear the truth for Kylie Rodney, and if you ain't going to tell it, we're going to find it. The truth isn't looking too good, though. And I know a lot of people have been asking about Megan videos. Yes, I will be dropping a lot of Megan content coming up here in the next couple weeks. I've been trying to make some animations to them. But first, I'm going to do some Ninja Chihuahua because her last video cracked me the fuck up. Hold on, I got to go to her. Fucking up already. Pause. I think this is the last one she did. Wait. Yep, this one right here. Look, you can tell I be watching it all. Look, when she does that shit with Megan trying to take that 10-minute long hair off her tongue, shit cracks me up. This one right here, though. Then I'll show you my little animation I learned how to do today. Dear FBI. Yes, please. Hair on her tongue.
At the end of the day, they are kids, and they are not adults, and they make stupid decisions. And no matter how many times you say, I raise my kid differently, or I do this, or I do that, my kid would never do this, my kid would never do that. Don't bullshit yourself. Just don't. Mm-hmm. Right. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Please respect these kids. Just respect them as, I know that they did it to Kylie or something happened to Kylie, but there's something after Kylie. These kids have to move on.
It's called justice.
Live their lives, and not
it's
every one of them.
Justice.
That you say these kids did it to Kylie. If there's 300 kids at the party, you can't say 300 kids had involvement.
No.
Please respect these kids. Just
under 20.
Respect them as, I know that they did it to Kylie, or I know that they did it to Kylie, or I know that they did it to Kylie, or something happened to Kylie. But there's something after Kylie. There's something after Kylie. There's something after Kylie. These kids have to move on and have to live their lives, and these kids have to move on and have to live their lives, and these kids have to move on and have to live their lives, and not every one of them that you say these kids did it to Kylie. If there's 300 kids at the party, you can't say 300 kids had involvement in it.
There's a song. Yeah, she needs to be fucked up right there. Yep, that's some good stuff. If y'all ain't subscribed to Ninja Chihuahua True Crime, please go subscribe to her. Miss G, I don't put it past you that you don't got 300 clips, but I promise you that some of the content that got deleted is going to get put back out there, and then some of the content that I was asked to take down, now I'm going to put that back out there too, because fuck that lady. If y'all didn't see my little premiere I did today, I'm going to go ahead and go to my channel. I'm going to pimp myself out too.
That shit was so good.
What, that little cartoon I did?
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning.
It was great.
It just sucks because unless I make my own puppet, which I have been trying to learn Adobe Character Animator, I kind of want to make my own little puppets and so that I don't have to do 2-minute clips. But hey, all right, where the hell is my channel at? Oh look, I'm live right now. This one right here. This one's good though. It's good. It ain't deleted. What'd she say? Once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet. Stays on the internet. Sure the fuck does.
Sure the fuck does.
When I said I snatch everything up, I sure the fuck did. Look, she had, how many did I say? 70. Look, I'll tell you right now. I'll come back to it. Hold on. Where's her?
I want to say it was like 72 or 74.
Yeah, look how many videos she deleted. 94 videos she deleted. It's okay.
Let's see. I think that's Megan. Megan.
It's me. I hear everything you're saying. And I'm not trying to save Sam's ass. I'm not trying to make problems. I'm trying to get the truth out. No, they don't know where I'm nervous. That's why I don't have very much nerve. So I only can say exactly what I have time to say before I have to call back again.
Look, y'all watch his live that he has her on her. She calls back 6 fucking times, right? And he even makes the comment after like the 4th or 5th time she called. It's kind of weird after like a minute of her talking, her call magically disconnects. But you notice she on her live, she ain't never had that problem. She don't never disconnect after a minute. Like it's weird that when she's calling up on panel, she's always disconnecting, can't hear her now. But on her own, she just fine and dandy. She all at work, all over town, dancing, acting a fool and shit, but ain't never disconnected. But only when she's making her call in, because she gotta make sure it's okay with Sammy that she's saying what she's saying. Anyway, let me rewind this. Let's get it.
Let's see. I think that's Megan. Megan.
It's me. I'm hearing everything you're saying. And I'm not trying to save Sam's ass. I'm not trying to make problems. I'm trying to get the truth out. No, they don't know where I'm nervous. That's why I don't have very much service. So I only can say exactly what
What you nervous about, bro?
Call back again. No one is trying to save anybody Sam behind. I'm not trying to save Sam's behind. We just want to find Kylie.
Yes, you are.
The party was going out of control. Yes, there were people from the Auburn, from the Bay Area, all the way to Reno.
Why they trying to blame it on everybody else? All these people from all this other area, unless it's just a deterrent, it's a distraction. Instead of focusing on these main kids that were with her, Elsa, Sammy, these kids. I'm still starting to figure out like Ellie's kids were at this party, and it ain't looking too good for a lot of people. I don't care.
I'm looking into some stuff today, like while we've been talking. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been digging up shit. Matter of fact, I after this, I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna read 2 comments that were left on a post about Kylie, and I'm gonna leave it at that, and we can pick it back up on Friday.
And to Sacramento, the whole basin. We have short-term rentals up here that people come up and stay. If you have a short-term rental in Tahoe, call your neighbors, have them check your security cameras, have them check your garages. The car is not at where the reason in the
it's
water.
not where?
They've looked in the water. They've had.
Where is it?
Sound like a chicken, but it ain't at. But
car is not at where the reason in the water. It's not. They've looked in the water. They've had divers. They've had everywhere else. So there's
okay, if they looked in the water and she wasn't there, then how'd she get there?
Only one way in and one way out of the party.
And what's she talking about? There's only one way in and one way out. She ain't see the 3 different directions you could go. Actually, 4 if you loop up and around and go through the Prosser Lakeside Estates. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check your garages and shit. That's weird. That's a weird ass statement to make. I know, but you're sick of hearing this lady, huh? I know. It's a good animation though.
Most of the kids stayed overnight. Some of them left. The girls and guys do this.
Wait a minute.
They've had everywhere else. And there's only one way in and one way out of the party.
Nope.
Most of the kids stayed overnight.
Or was there only one way in and one way out because they had all the other ones blocked out to make sure
off.
she didn't leave?
Some of them left. The girls and guys do this all the time. They tell their parents, "You're 16 years old. You
do it all the time, y'all.
You stay where you land, and you get home the next morning." That's
where you land.
You stay where you land, like in
where
a hole.
you land.
Like in a hole. That's where she's staying, where she landed? I don't know. I know, Nova. It's okay.
We know how to do it. So no one is trying to. I've known Sam for approximately 5 years.
Okay. She says 5 years here, but then she says 6 years in another one. Then didn't her mom or her daughter clarified it was only like four years and some months or some shit like that. But technically it's only 2 because her daughter has been out of town for over 2 years. So I don't know, man. They're weird.
And she was good friends with my daughter. We've taken her camping. We've hung out with her before. She's been around my family. I know her very well. It's a small town that we live in, and so everybody does know everybody. A lot of these kids all know each other, but this is the problem: is that there's too many people that showed up. It was
but ain't nobody know Kylie barely. They know her as the Neiman girl. Now they calling it fucking Rodney Party of 1. This shit's weird as fuck, dude.
Actually a boring party, and there was nothing going on, just drinking and lots of things that were happening at the party.
That's the part that gets me.
What's that?
That's the part that gets me. She keeps saying, "Oh, all they're saying is it's a boring party. It's a boring party." How was it boring with all the drinking, all the drugs, and 300 people?
And not only that, it's so boring. But these
people were
big
boring?
scary. Was it scary or boring? Because I'm still trying to figure that out.
It had to be. It had to be fun enough that you kept dying your phone off. You had to keep going back to charge it. So what was so boring that you had to take all these videos and pictures of?
I think it's just alibis. They were so bored they had to leave. They were so scared they had to leave. But they were both these things, but had to leave Kylie Rodney behind. I don't know, man. I just don't buy this bullshit no more. Never really did, honestly.
No.
It's just the more I listen to this stuff, the more it sounds suspect as hell.
Going on, just drinking and lots of things that were happening at the party. There were shady characters there. Yes, there was a few people that they cannot identify. They know that they were there. They know possibly from Kings Beach, and she told me that it was a tall gentleman that had a mustache, but no one can say they don't know who he was. The best bet is that someone said they were going to take Kylie home and did not take Kylie home. I did.
You mean like how Sammy and Kylie were supposed to catch a ride together, and then all of a sudden Sammy couldn't ride with her because she was too drunk at this bored ass scary party? Oh fuck it, this makes me sick.
See today, which I haven't talked to Sam today, that the last sighting was at 1:30. So I'm going to find out what that means and find out what I can find out. Her phone kept dying. They kept going back and forth to charge their phones to be able to take videos, to be able to take pictures, to be able to. This was a senior farewell goodbye. This is for all the seniors going off.
Yo, the way she says that.
And this part where she says, where she says their phones kept dying because there's not much service out there.
I think she says because they were taking a lot of pictures and shit too. She says that they were taking.
And then she says something about because there's not much service out there. Just because you don't have service doesn't mean your phone's gonna die.
I know. It's all that lack of service. I don't know. It's trying to update, trying to get some connection that it's killing these phones. No, it ain't. It's all them pictures and videos they were shooting that ain't nobody seen none of them. Yes, but they all have portable chargers. We've seen them in numerous videos. These kids carrying them around. It's weird as hell.
Especially with all the fucking pressers.
Yeah, senior farewell, goodbye. Yeah, that's what she says. Listen.
To be able to take pictures, to be able to. This was a senior farewell goodbye. This is for all the seniors.
A senior farewell goodbye. I'm gonna rewind that one more time.
No, her phone kept dying. They kept going back and forth to charge their phones to be able to take videos, to be able to take pictures, to be able to. This was a senior farewell goodbye. This was for all the seniors going off to college. That's why it got so. That's why there were so many upperclassmen there, because a lot of our kids hang out with older classmen and younger classmen. And there was 100 kids that were approximately supposed to show up, and it got to be about 200 kids. Someone left at 8 o'clock in the morning after they cleaned up the party, and they know who was there. They did not see Kylie's car there in the morning, but they saw it at 12:30, and Sam saw her. I asked Sam directly. I said, "Where were you when you left with the person that she left with? Where was Kylie?" And she said she was in the middle of the crowd, like just all walking around.
Whoa. Say that again.
I said, "Where were you when you left with the person that she left with? Where was Kylie?" And she said she was.
You know what's real weird is Sammy and Megan are so quick to throw everybody else under the bus, but we can't say who went home, who took Sammy home. If somebody took Sammy home. I've heard
we're not allowed to
was
say that name.
Connor. I heard it was Mags. Who else? There was another name. Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson.
I think it's S-E-N. Anderson, female.
Yep.
That's what I think. I don't know. I think it was a group of people that all left. I don't know if they. I gotta watch what I say.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think Sammy drove that car. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with it.
Was in the middle of the crowd, like just all walking around. This is also something that is being said that I asked Sam. Was everybody at the party, or were they hanging around in their cars? Many people hang around and like listen to their music in their cars, and so they go back and forth between the fire and like the area where the party is to go back and charge their phones and back and forth because we don't have service and our phones die.
Back and forth and back and forth. Going all this back and forth for phones that they didn't use at the party. Which one is it?
So the answer is yes, there were people there that were not supposed to be there. These kids that are here, it's a small town. We all know each other and everybody knows their families. But we have.
Wait a minute. Everybody knows each other, but nobody knew Kylie.
Right? It's weird.
You knew Jagger. You knew all these other kids.
But she ain't never met Kylie.
Brothers, all of them. But she ain't never met Kylie. Wouldn't know her if she's seen her on the street.
I don't know. I feel like they had Kylie as a shut-in.
But they had
that Neiman girl. That's weird as hell. It's just getting more and more and more and more weird. I want to know what happened to Kylie Rodney before she passed away and what caused her to pass away.
We all know each other and everybody knows their families. But we have a lot of people that come here to visit on short-term rentals. We have lots of kids that have come here have weekend homes.
Blaming everybody else.
Kids have weekend homes.
Non-English.
Yeah, these kids got weekend homes. Yeah, it's weird. That's a weird way to say it. They got their own private island.
Speaking, so there's always that barrier as well, which is half our town. So we have to figure out who was there, how they were there, how they found out about it. But I talked to Sam, and I trust Sam because she has nothing to hide at this point.
She turned around and said, "I don't know if Sam's lying or not because Sam has lied to me before. She's 95% truthful or some shit."
Yeah, total anonymity. That's what they're telling the kids. Is that if you come in and say anything, you're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to have any problems, and everybody just wants to find her and bring her home. Now, to get in and out of the campground, it's a one-way in and one-way out, and it's very hard to get in. So Teslas can't get in, so there's no camera on Teslas, or there's no Teslas.
No cameras on Teslas, huh?
No cameras on Teslas. That was
no. But here's the thing.
Odd statement.
I have trouble with Megan because she says no Teslas can get into the campground, which is a bold-faced lie because they got that whole paved road clear to the boat ramps. The boat ramps. We watched a few people with cars drive back there and record that. Yeah, and why is she always bringing up Teslas? You know who owns a Tesla. You know who had that Tesla app on their phone. She was pointing at weird-ass shit, puffling up that fucking hill.
Right before she toppled, we seen it.
Yeah. She took a tumble in the truckie. Yep. I'm reading this chat. I agree with
Me
a lot of these
too.
people.
Me too.
Look, I'm reading the hell out of this chat.
Me
I love all
too.
y'all. I love all y'all.
To get in, it's only the videos that I haven't seen any of the videos from the party.
I wouldn't show you any
if-
videos either.
if she
You
does
tell
have a
on
boyfriend,
everybody.
Everybody was just
no.
kind of talking around. There was no one that stood out as having.
Did she just say there was a weird ass dude that stood out, but nobody's standing out now? Which is it? Like, this is why I can't fuck with her. Because it's such word salad. It's distraction. But at the same time, like, there's some low 5% nuggets in there. And I'm just going to start putting it all back out there because it should be. You know? That's all I got there. But we going to hop on over to... somebody had asked the question the other day about the elevation of Prosser. So, if we're talking about where the sanctuary is, it's 5,810 feet. If we're talking about the campground, it's 5,803 feet. Now, if we go down to Prosser Lakeside or Lakeview Estates or whatever the hell it's called, its elevation is 5,843 feet. So you have an elevation of plus 30 feet, which means these people could definitely see down here. They could see this area, they could see this area, and they could probably see over there from their backyards, just so y'all know. Ma'am, did I lose this now? No, I don't. I want this right here. Okay. So this was a post about Kylie Rodney and Sammy's parts in her case. And these comments were left both on August 19th. And I'm just going to read. This isn't me. This is somebody else talking, and I'm just going to read it. I would bet that something happened in the car. It's always the unsolicited explanations that do it for me. And we were around there for a bit. I had asked her for a ride home, and we were in the car because my ride was leaving. And I wanted to stay at the party longer. And so then we ended up splitting up in the party because I had to find another ride when we got back into the party after leaving the car so that we could, what? You see the point there? Mm-hmm. This girl is doing 3 different things, which means she is lying. Lying. Okay? Number 1, unsolicited explanation of why she was in the car. Nobody asked you. Number 2, unsolicited explanation about splitting up. But the biggest one is 3, after leaving the car. I call it a brain anchor. Her mind is glued to the car due to the emotional severity of an event which is dominating her thinking at this moment, which has to be swatted away. Hence, leaving is mentioned when it is nothing else but an unsolicited explanation. Of course, she needs to leave the car when going back to the party, but she needs to practically tear her mind away from that event so the brain produces bridging language where it does not need to be. Why is she throwing herself into this investigation as if her life depended on it? Anybody's guess. I would conclude something happened in the car and she knows what happened in the car. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to read this one right here.
Sleepy picture.
Yes. 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 And I couldn't agree with that comment any more than the words that this person, I mean, it's true. Like, this girl in her interview has over-explained so many things that nobody asked her. And then she goes on to like that descriptive what Kylie was wearing while they were popping a squat in the woods. And then it turns out she's wearing 2 different hoodies, but was found in a
tank top with windows down.
Tank top bodysuit that she was never wearing a bodysuit, but oh yes, she was. It was never a tank top. Fake news. Weird shit. And then there's this comment. I believe Sammy drove herself home too. I also believe she was asked and or either agreed to give Kylie a ride home and abandon her. Sammy did leave the party at around the same time Kylie told her mom she would be leaving. And it doesn't make sense that she would tell Kylie bye face to face. Kylie would then call to see if she was still there, unless Kylie was telling her, I can't find another way home. Sammy adds, I was under the impression she would find another ride home. Another ride suggests someone other than me. Lastly, Sammy couldn't have possibly called her from a crowded party at 12:36 when her phone last pinged at 12:33 down by the water. And I'm also curious, how far is almost on 89 from the party? Could it be that she didn't harm Kylie, but her actions led to harm coming to Kylie? Maybe they had an argument and she not only abandoned Kylie, but broke Kylie's phone. That could explain the fixation on the phone being charged. I'm going to leave it at that, yo. That's all I got.
Yep.
This is all I got. All I know is everybody in this chat, from the jump of day one, and hearing Sammy Smith talk, have always found her suspect number one, prime suspect. And we just want to stick with that. I don't know what she did to that girl, but something just doesn't make sense in what she is claiming happened that night. Like, there's so many holes in her story. There's so many over explanations, unsolicited explanations. Played a video about the officers getting arrested. I can do that. Which one do you want me to play? I got a couple of them. Which one do you want? Okay, I can do that. Matter of fact, I just listened to one. Hold on, let me just go to my history. Because I was listening to one today. You know. What is that? I'm sorry, y'all. I've been watching a lot of stuff. Ancient Aliens, American Secrets, cocaine found in the White House. I ain't even joking. Where's it at? Hold on, I'll just. And it's spell arrested. Oh, come on. I know I just. All right. Why is it not showing? You got a link for me? I'll just play it from a link. Then I go grab it from this page. I know, Aaron. 38 minutes in Boca. It takes 11 to 13 minutes to get from Boca to 89. It was 11 minutes between 12:25 and 11:33. And SS said she was about to 89. Had she left Foster, she wouldn't have already been on. Yeah, I know. I agree with that. She'd have definitely been down 89. All right. I'm just going to go to the home page. I know I had it open somewhere, but I lost it. All right. I'm gonna do this. Oh, shit. They got a picture of his face and everything. Okay. This is about Westmont. Do you just want the one cop or both cops? Oh, here we go. Wait, 2 arrested a child today. 7 months ago. Which one do you want? Let me do 50.
She just dropped it in chat.
Oh, did she? Where's it at? Oh, I see it. Wait, I can't click it. Hold on. Let me do it this way. I gotta go to my own live. Hold on. I'm not gonna talk to him. Sorry, it's because I watched it already. I knew I did. Oh, it is Illuminated Minds. Okay. Here's another one from Illuminated Minds. Y'all ready? Let's get it. All right, this will be it for tonight. Yep. All right, let me turn this back because this shit is blasted in my ear as soon as I hit the fucking play button. Yeah, this is me on 100%. All right, sorry y'all for your ears.
Hear me?
Placer County. Yep, that's it. Yep, it's all over Twitter.
Tonight, the Placer County Sheriff's Office announcing the arrest of one of their own. Wes Month of Rockland was taken into custody today on charges of forcible rape and sodomy of an intoxicated person. The department says they began investigating back in March, and Month was placed on administrative leave. They say the two victims were dating him at the time. He's now being held at the Placer County Jail on a no bail hold. And it is the second arrest of a Placer County deputy this week. In fact, on Wednesday, John Persinger of Rockland was arrested for soliciting prostitution while on and off duty between September and November last year. He's also accused of illegally accessing telecommunications data. He was fired during the investigation, and he'd been with the department for 4 years.
Placer County Sheriff's deputy accused of rape. Second arrest involving a deputy in a week. The Placer County Sheriff's Office deputy was arrested on Friday for charges of forcible rape and sodomy of an intoxicated person, making it the second arrest of a county deputy this week. Wes Month of Rockland is being held at South Placer Jail without bail, the Sheriff's Office said. According to the Sheriff's Office, the allegations against Month were discovered on March.
I'm sorry, I gotta pause and say I love the way she says sheriff. I do. I love it.
And an investigation began immediately. Month, the Sheriff's Office said, was placed on administrative leave, and the investigation was sent to the Placer County District Attorney for review and filing of charges.
Get it, girl.
The investigation revealed two alleged victims were in a dating relationship with Month, the Sheriff's Office said.
She did record him.
We uphold our core values today.
I'm gonna pause this right here. She has him on her at-home cameras of him. Yes.
Highest degree, and any misconduct that meets the threshold for criminal prosecution will be dealt with such, said Placer County Sheriff Wayne Wu in a statement. We have already reported these findings to the California Commissions on Peace Officer Standards and Training under Senate Bill 2. On Wednesday, the Sheriff's Office announced the arrest of another deputy in Placer County, 44-year-old John Persinger, who is accused of soliciting prostitution and engaging in unlawful access to law enforcement telecommunications data.
Placer County Sheriff's deputy is out of a job and now facing criminal charges. Those charges involve sexual misconduct while on and off duty. John Persinger is accused of soliciting prostitution. Hello, I'm Gulston Darn.
And I'm Andrea Flores. We've also learned an Auburn woman filed a civil lawsuit against him, claiming he sexually assaulted her. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandura is live in Auburn tonight. So, Michelle, what have you learned?
Well, while announcing the news of the fired deputy's arrest, the Placer County Sheriff said, quote, "We have no tolerance for law enforcement misconduct on or off duty." And now John Persinger faces charges in both criminal and civil courts, accused of soliciting prostitution while on and off the job. 44-year-old John Persinger finds himself on the other side of the law. This is his mugshot, taken after being arrested by law enforcement colleagues with the Placer County Sheriff's Office. The former deputy faces 4 misdemeanor counts stemming from several incidents of misconduct between...
What? That's only misdemeanor?
That's
what?
Horrible.
So he's going to get a slap on the wrist.
Of course.
September and November of 2022. 2 charges of soliciting prostitution and 2 more of unlawfully possessing the criminal history of another person. A civil lawsuit filed against Persinger by an Auburn woman spells out in detail the alleged sexual misconduct
nothing better happened to
incidents.
her either.
She's asking for damages for sexual assault by duress and coercion, by threats to retaliate, sexual battery, assault and battery, interference with civil rights, and gender violence. The woman claims Persinger came to her home in his patrol car and in uniform to take a theft report in September of 2022. But the court documents reveal her terror grew as his presence turned menacing when he showed her pictures on his phone of her on an escort website. She said she had no choice but to engage in sex acts. In November, she said he returned to her.
Look, I don't care what this woman's doing. No woman should ever be sexually assaulted or raped or anything like that, regardless of her lifestyle. It's fucked up. No means no.
Home in his patrol car and uniform again. She said she felt powerless as he demanded another sex act and told her he needed to see her twice a week or twice a month. The sheriff's office says when it was informed of the allegations in January, detectives and the district attorney's office conducted a joint investigation. Persinger was soon fired and arrested this week.
Sick fuck.
Well, and that woman in the lawsuit claims that she has evidence from those incidents and that she also has conversations recorded on her home security system when she says Persinger came back to her home after she filed that complaint. Now, Persinger had been employed here.
After she filed a complaint, he went back. No. Sick fuck.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office for 4 years. He's expected to be in court to face these charges in September. Reporting live in Auburn, Michelle Bandur, KCRA 3 News.
Michelle, thank you so much for the update. And the sheriff's office also reported the allegations to the California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training under Senate Bill 2.
Sacramento B. Woman alleges California deputy sexually assaulted her. Placer Sheriff's Office fired him. A Placer County Sheriff's deputy sexually assaulted an Auburn woman inside her home after she called authorities to report a theft, according to the allegations included in a civil lawsuit filed last month. 58-year-old woman, identified in court documents as Jane Doe, alleged then Deputy John Patrick Persinger sexually assaulted her on 2 occasions in the fall of 2022. She said the deputy, dressed in his service uniform with his badge and gun, forced her into performing oral sex, fearing he would report or arrest her for working as an escort, according to the lawsuit filed April 13th in a Placer Superior Court. Sheriff's officials said they first learned of the allegations against Persinger on January 12th, the same day the woman's attorney filed a claim seeking damages from Placer County. The county later rejected Jane Doe's legal claim, which paved the way for the lawsuit. But the filed claim included details of the sexual...
I don't know. Let me ask chat. Was Jalissa Fuentes, Ara would know, I don't know if she's still here. Was her dad Ellie, or was it just that weird dude that miraculously found her fucking car? That shit's so weird to me. I'm sorry, but her case still bothers me. Oh shit, Goslin. I mean, it's because she keeps taking him down when people are getting bored with her. Ain't nobody trying to stalk her to catch a live. If you want to do a live, I mean, keep that shit up. We'll clip it.
Assault allegations, and the sheriff's office said they launched an investigation in conjunction with the Placer County District Attorney's Office. The Placer County Sheriff's Office also placed Persinger on administrative leave during the investigation. Persinger has since been fired from his job as a deputy, according to the Sheriff's Office, and prosecutors are reviewing the results of an internal investigation to determine whether the encounters merit criminal charges. Daniel M. Gillen, a San Diego-based lawyer who filed the lawsuit on behalf of the Auburn woman, said the suit would continue to make its way through the court system despite the pending criminal investigations and the Sheriff's Office quick action in firing Persinger. She's terrified, Gillen said in an email to the Sacramento Bee. She lives alone in a small town and has every reason to be fearful of the armed men in uniform she used to believe were there to protect her. Michael J. Weiss, the Sacramento-based attorney representing Persinger, did not respond to request by the Bee.
So wait, Melissa, let me get this right. You got two predos running against each other, and they didn't just elect somebody else that ain't a predo? Like, what is going on in this area? It's weird as hell. You got predos everywhere, and just letting them run for office, letting them compete with each other. It's weird as hell. Yuck.
Seeking comment on the allegations or the suit. Persinger and Placer County are listed as defendants in the civil lawsuit. The Placer County Counsel's Office also did not respond to request by the Bee seeking comment. The civil case is scheduled to continue August 7th for case management conference.
Wait, who are you talking about, Aaron?
She called to report a theft.
Oh, Jalissa.
The alleged sexual assault occurred at St. John's apartment in Auburn. On September 9th, she called the sheriff's office to report a theft of personal property. Persinger called the woman.
So wait, Randall, you're saying they just accused him of that to kind of take the light off of what they're doing behind closed doors and in their own.
About 9:30 a.m. that day, I left her a voicemail message before he arrived at her home about 11 a.m. in his marked sheriff's vehicle in his uniform, according to the suit. She assumed the deputy was there to
I know which one you're talking about, Katie Bode. I've seen that.
So she invited him inside.
Which reminds me, I'm going to pull this up on screen. Yeah, there is a video out there of Placer officers beating the living shit out of a... Jeez. Really? I don't got nothing for you. Beating the shit out of this dude while he's restrained, has those spit things guards over his head, and they're literally beating the shit out of him. And then I look at Amy Morris's case of what happened to her prior to being arrested and what led to her death in her cell that never got investigated. Like, there's a lot of shit going on in Placer County. And why they're not being audited and investigated, I don't fucking know. But something needs to happen. Enough is enough.
Her home and began telling him about the theft. The lawsuit alleges that Persinger was instead preoccupied with something on his phone. His eyes going back and forth between gazing at her and looking at his phone. She gave the deputy the phone numbers for her apartment complex on-site and off-site managers. The lawsuit alleges that the deputy called both managers, putting a finger to his lips to indicate to Joe that she should not talk. I have done everything about your property, as you can see, the deputy told her, according to the lawsuit.
What channel
So
you
I
for
want
it?
to tell you about the first time I was here. The neighbor in another apartment ran me down as running her mouth about you and told me you were an escort. The woman suddenly realized why Persinger was in her living room, and her terror grew as his presence became menacing. The suit alleges. She denied knowing what the deputy was talking about. She alleges that Persinger then turned his phone around to show her a website displaying photographs of her. The woman who is in this picture is the same woman who is in front of me, the deputy told her, according to the lawsuit. The woman alleges that Persinger continued scrolling on his phone before telling her she was hot.
Yuck.
It was clear to the woman that Persinger was demanding sex in chains for not arresting or reporting her, according to the lawsuit. The woman said she felt she had no choice
This is
but
fucked
to
up.
submit to the armed law enforcement official who was alone.
What makes these cops think that their badge gives them any special privilege to take advantage of anybody? This is sick. Sick. That this is what you have representing your law enforcement. Oh yeah, all cops are good. No, they're not. There are some sick fucking police out there. These two are some.
With her in her apartment. The deputy walked to her son's bedroom, put his radio on the dresser, and removed his service belt holstering his gun and threw it on the bed before the belt and the gun bounced onto the floor. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe said she told the deputy she would not have sex with him, and he told her he was good
Trigger warning.
with oral sex. How thoughtful of him.
I remember that
After she
mystery.
was forced into the alleged sexual assault, the deputy gave her his cell phone number. She briefly mentioned to him a legal matter involving her son, and he promised to get back to her on that matter,
Wow.
according to the suit.
Wow.
Second alleged sex assault. Weeks
I'm gonna
went
play this a
by
little bit
without
faster.
hearing from Persinger again, the woman alleges. Jane Doe said she was relieved that he hadn't returned. But the deputy returned to her home about 3:20 p.m.
And this dude just
November
keeps
7th.
on coming back. Ugh.
The suit alleges the woman said she heard someone knock on her door and ignored it, but the knocking became more.
I'm sorry, relieving them of their duties or firing them, it's not enough.
No.
Aggressive.
It's not enough.
You have to make an example out of these people.
Yes,
And
yes,
so Deputy
yes. This
Persinger
is for
standing-
law enforcement. The people that took an oath to protect and serve are out here sexually assaulting women. That's not right. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. That's like, that is the wrong of the wrong, is the fact that you're not just everyday citizens doing this crazy shit. Like, you're literally law enforcement officers using your badge as means to take advantage of women. Unacceptable. Wood chippers now. Yes, agreed.
in full uniform with his
Alexa,
marked
shut up.
Sarah's vehicle parked in front of her yard, according to the lawsuit. Although frozen in fear, she still did not answer the door. The woman said she received a text message from Persinger a few minutes later that read, "Just saying hello." The aggressive knocking on her door continued, and she said she felt she had no option but to
Like,
open
this
the
is
door.
stalking, harassment, and then some.
I've been out here several times. I drive by your apartment many times. And I think about you, the deputy told the woman, according to her lawsuit. I thought you would see my vehicle. I park right in front of you.
That's right, we will.
I've been watching your ad. She alleges that the deputy told her he looked into her son's case and asked if her other son still worked at a jewelry store. She said she then became fearful for her family. The deputy handed her a $20 bill while discussing her son's legal matter, according to the lawsuit.
Goslin is savage.
The woman said she felt powerless. The lawsuit describes how she performed oral sex on
I don't know how much more of this I can do.
day. Jane Doe said she kept a towel he used after the sex act and the $20 bill he gave her.
What?
For DNA purposes.
Told her
Yep.
Fucking smart.
money
Super smart.
website,
Yep.
and he needed to see her twice a week or
Yeah, because not only is his semen on that towel, but it matches the DNA that's also on that bill. Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
to the lawsuit.
It's fucked up that this shit happens, though, especially from law enforcement. Unacceptable.
Honestly, what a fucking creep, disgusting, abusive
Piece of shit.
Straight from some
Monster work, though.
TV show about bad cops. Sheriff's Office fires deputy. 11 days later, she retained an attorney and was advised to send a text message to Persinger that read, "Are you coming soon?" It was a pre-text message, according to the suit. Pre-text messages or phone calls are commonly used in investigation to elicit incriminating evidence.
$20 is low, but he's still paid, and that's prostitution. So, he's no matter which way, this dude, I hope, is fucked in every aspect of that term.
From a suspect. But Persinger didn't respond to Jane Doe's text message until
I hope he gets piped with a splinter broomstick.
January 13th, the day after she filed a claim seeking damages, and the sheriff's office learned of the allegations of sexual
I hope he's not
misconduct
amused.
against the deputy. The lawsuit alleges that Persinger replied to Jane Doe's message with "Today."
I agree, Melissa.
She said she then sent him a text message and asked Persinger to send her a selfie.
Like, that's the thing, though, is the fact that this woman has been harassed, stalked, assaulted. It should be the county that is putting her in some type of witness protection or some form of protection, helping her.
I wouldn't trust that fucking county to do shit for me like that.
I wouldn't trust it, though.
They
I'd be out.
Hell no.
Ugh. Yep, exactly, Elizabeth.
He said he didn't respond
with a
but showed
splintered
up later
broom.
that day to her home. He entered wearing his uniform. Jane Doe said she recorded the conversation on home cameras. Deputy
That's what I'm
Persinger
worried
can be
about
heard
right here.
saying in a panicked tone that he felt weird and admitting, "I was pressuring you," according to the lawsuit. Jane Doe said she told the deputy that she was okay, then he left her home. Sheriff's office said late last month that through internal investigation, Persinger was terminated from his job at the sheriff's office. Criminal investigative report had been submitted to the district attorney's office and was still being reviewed. The sheriff's office said it takes all allegations seriously and would hold its employees accountable for their actions. "We have no tolerance for law enforcement misconduct on or off duty. This incident is an ill representation of the culture and core values that our men and women work so hard to maintain," Sheriff Wayne Wu said in a written statement sent to the Bee. Under Senate Bill 2, we have already reported the allegations to the California Commissions on Peace Officer Standards and Training. Previous law enforcement work. Persinger worked for the Placer County Sheriff's Office since December 2018, according to his LinkedIn profile. He worked as a Union City Police Officer in Alameda County from April 2008 to December 2018. The former deputy identifies himself in his LinkedIn profile as a security and law enforcement professional with over 15 years of experience with major focus in computer crimes, financial crimes, and developing software programs. Interesting. Chenda's attorney said legal claims like these are typically met with a lot of resistance from detectives assigned to investigate allegations against one of their fellow officers. It's not uncommon that the law enforcement agency initially takes a circle the wagons approach, sometimes even turning the evidence against the victims as though they can be bullied into dropping the claims, Gilliam said. The attorney said Placer County so far has demonstrated genuine concern to thoroughly and competently investigate the allegations and to protect its citizens from potential predator in uniform. Gilliam said he's not surprised the district attorney's office has not yet filed criminal charges against Persinger because prosecutors typically spend many months working with internal affairs investigators to build cases against law enforcement officers. He said it's possible the judge could delay the civil case until any potential prosecutions is completed.
Yep. Sickening. There is 6 minutes left of this. I know this is triggering for a lot of people. I'm going to share the rest of this video because I want y'all to go check out Illuminated Mind. The videos she has been dropping left and right are just, please go subscribe to her.
Pay attention to them. Like, they're pretty good. She's got some pretty good pictures in there and stuff. Like,
Yeah. And the thing that is, and the reason why I shout these channels out is because if it wasn't for a lot of these channels, like I would be lacking content. These content creators are where I get some of my information from. And I would just, in appreciation for what they've given to me, the least that I could do is shout them out. Please go follow them, subscribe to them, give their videos a thumbs up, give it a view. Like, to see their videos with how much content is packed in them, their view count should not be that low. Please
It
go
takes a village for us to
please,
do this,
yes,
guys.
please. We do this collectively, and the least that I
Yes.
do back is shout these channels out, get their subs up, get their views up. Most of these channels aren't monetized. Yep. Go pay your respects to them by just simply thumbing it up. Go subscribe to them. Turn that notification bell on.
Definitely.
But that's all I'm doing for tonight, Friday.
All right.
Please be ready to do quite a few hours because I'm coming with some juice on Friday. And what I'll do is I'll do the same thing as if anybody wants to hop up on Friday night, because I know Lala is in and out on Fridays. She got her own shit to do, her own family to be spending time with. But if anybody wants to come up on panel Friday, I will do an open panel to my subscribers. You know how I do. But I would love for anybody to come up Friday that wants to do a round table, that wants to talk about any of these cases that we've mentioned. I want to really look into Rudy's stuff and figure out like what is going on there, because that mom is just messed up to do that to her child. Messed up. I'm gonna read some more chat and then I'm gonna hop up out of here. I'm gonna drop this link to this video. Please go give it a thumb up. She puts so much effort into her videos and she deserves the thumbs ups. Yeah. And the way to keep stuff like this in the algorithm is simply go and give it a thumb up. It ain't gonna hurt you none. Takes 2 seconds of your time.
It doesn't cost a penny, y'all.
Kylie Rodney justice. Justice for Kylie Rodney. Truth for Kylie Rodney. Trinity Backus. All these kids. There's Dante. I'm sorry. I don't believe that kid commits suicide. I don't. I would love for Dante's family or friends from school to reach out and tell their side, because from what I'm hearing from his vigil, from these kids speaking out, I just don't see this kid taking his own life. I don't. It just it makes me
on what happened.
It makes me wonder if somebody didn't lure him out there and purposely do it to him. And
he had information.
Yep. Same with Trinity. I think she had information too, because I mean, look at these same group of boys that follow all these girls. From Chloe Bogan, Kylie Rodney, Trinity Backus. It's weird that the same pop-up party kids all follow the same girls. And something has happened to these girls. Whether they're runaways, wrongful death calls, whatever you want to call them, like something ain't right. Something is not right. No, and that's the thing is like, I have been running. Matter of fact, I'll just open Google Maps. I just want to show you guys something, or Google Earth. I have been, what? Better not be messed up. If I lost this again, dude, this will be the second time that I worked on this and lost it. Hold on a second. Let me see if it's going to open. Not responding. Are you serious? No. Crane, I think I lost it again. No. Dude, for real, I'm going to be mad. Repair it, man. No. I don't want to delete my places. All right, let's see that. Maybe it'll fix it. Dude, I'm going to be so mad if I lost this. Please don't be broken. Please load it. Please be there. Okay, so I'm going to show you, okay? So, I have been... Why are we doing this? Okay, so... This is Dante's alleged movement of that day. So, this is Colfax High. He left his school, okay, just so y'all know, to get you an idea. This drive that he took is 9.5 miles. Why, out of all this soil he could have collected all through here, why would this kid travel where this green is? This is his distance he traveled, 9.5 miles, okay? To this rest stop of all places. It sounds like he was lured. I'm sorry. To a truck stop of all things. And I'm still trying to figure out where they found him because he parked here, which I have so many pictures of Dante's footsteps. Like, just, it doesn't make sense. I don't think this kid took himself out. I don't buy it. I don't think he's gonna drive 9.5 miles from his school. Why would his school let him leave early anyway at 12:30, noon 30, whatever you want to call it? I call it noon 30. Why they would let him leave at 12:30 to collect a soil sample? This kid could have collected all this soil all around here. Shoot, if it had to be near water, there's a pond right here. Let me show you how many waterways around soil there is. I find it really hard to believe that him and his little shovel, his little pail, like there's water, all kind of soil around here. Like I don't buy that he drove that whole distance out there. Are you serious right now? And then you have to understand, Truckee ain't that far away either. Really not. But I've been tracking Kylie's stuff too. I'm gonna make sure it's all still here. See, this is where one of the little meetings were held at Save Mart in Tahoe City. But I've been placing. Oh, I lost these markers though. That's a bummer, dude. Same with Trinity. I'm gonna show her stuff too. Okay. All this stuff is way too close. Like Trinity and Dante aren't that far from each other. I just want to point something out about Trinity's thing, okay? So they're saying this was her last known location, which I still don't buy it because 3 days later, they said her last scent was, I lost this too. Her last scent was here. Why, if this girl ain't got nothing, stop it. Nothing on the bottom of her feet, how she ran from this area here, clear the fuck way, down this road, okay? What'd she do? She ran in here. Yeah, see, I lost all my work here. I still say somebody drove down this little turn here and dumped her body here and then threw her necklace and her shirt down here after sexually assaulting her. If you look at her autopsy, everything points to a sexual assault. Mm-hmm. This child had no wounds on the bottom of her feet, and they're insinuating she ran through all this thicket here and wound up right here in this area right here. No way in hell. I don't buy it for a second. Something is happening to your children, Placer County, Nevada County, Tahoe region. We're just going to start calling it Truckee Island until somebody comes forward. That's all I got. That's all I'm doing tonight.
Everybody have a good night.
What's going on with these kids? Something ain't right. Eventually, someone's going to say something, though. Until then, that's why we're here. I love you, Lala. Thank you for sticking it out.
I love you too, babe. I will talk to you
tomorrow.
Love
you, chat. I will see you guys on Friday. Otherwise, I'm going to go talk to Crane and hang out with her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Crane. How did she get it into those thickets if there is no evidence by her feet? I don't care what kind of cuts and scrapes and bruises. She could have got those getting dumped out of the back of a vehicle. They literally had to use chainsaws to cut the thickets to get to her. If she ain't got no wounds on the bottom of her feet, mind you, she ran half a mile barefoot. Why she ain't got no wounds on the bottom of her feet? Mm-hmm. And that's another family that was okay with rapid cremation and silence. I don't do silence here. Yeah, she was half dressed, and that's another thing. And she wasn't even wearing the same bottom she left the house in. She left the house in pajama bottoms and that last known diamond sweater looking thing from Francis. She had different bottoms on. that were pulled down to her knees.
Yeah, knees.
Okay. No shoes, no shirt, jewelry snatched off of her as well. Make it make sense. No wounds to the bottom of her feet, but yet she was running and trudging through all these thickets. Make it make sense. Yet if you look at her autopsy, it points to sexual assault. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm out of here. I love you all. God bless.
Love you guys. Have a good
Stay
night.
up. I will see you all on Friday. Have a great night. Good night.